Hello, trading has closed on December 23rd, 2015. On my last call, I said all the elements were there for a pretty big drop, and obviously that didn't happen. I thought it was quite negative that we closed under all these lows. I did say if we took out the lows by having a quick move up, a gap up, that would invalidate the signal, but I also said I thought it was pretty unlikely to happen. I do have a long-standing rule that if we gap sharply in the undesired direction, the call's dead before the open. It's a good rule which I'm going to invoke at this time. I still have to explain what I think happened, which I'm going to do in just a few minutes. Well, MEJT had one call today. It said this is a false move and gives us a target of 2058.26. We have some ultimate targets of 2031.26 and 2020.48. They should print at some time, but this price here, 2031.26, is now officially a failed target as well, since it did not print within its preferred time frame. Well, MEJT for tomorrow is calling for 2058.26. Usually, when my calls are off by this much, there's a reason for it. And one of the commonest reasons is the market, instead of acting the way I'd like it to act, repeats the same pattern exactly. So once again, we had a gap up and a pretty straight line slanting move all day. Today's action was a carbon copy of yesterday's action. So what I do is treat this whole thing as one day instead of two, and the system is calling for a drop. Now, we also have bar 13 of a sequential sell on the 30-minute chart, and we have number 12 of a combo sell on the same chart. We're also close to getting sell signals on a variety of other time frames. However, there's no signal yet because the pattern continues to recycle, which means the count starts over, but there will be a signal if a sufficiently large reversal happens. Well, we have a half day of trading Christmas Eve, and next week, the week between Christmas and New Year's, historically is one of the most positive weeks of the year. Typically what happens is that people who are trading in their retail accounts rather than in their pension plan accounts don't want to upset their income tax planning by making any trades. So a lot of the selling dries up and prices tend to rise. Once the new year starts, usually the first 1 or 2 days is greeted with a round of selling because of the income tax laws in the United States. If we can't rally next week, it has very ominous implications for 2016, and I'm getting sell signals on my indicators. The call for tomorrow is 2058.26, but we have to take the time of the year into account and the half day into account, and so if it fails tomorrow, it doesn't mean it'll fail forever, and I don't think it's going to be very much longer until we start dropping. That's today's call.